Well, I think we can have a debate about how many MPs we need. I think that those of us who represent city seats have a huge amount of caseload as it is. I guess the Tories in the rural areas don't have the same amount of work that we do, so it's relatively easy for them to reduce the numbers. But the important thing is that we do it fairly, and the current government's current proposals don't do that.
It looks like the Labour Party will be hit the most, losing about 25 MPs. Do you think this is politically motivated?
I think it is entirely politically motivated. The Conservatives know exactly what they're doing. They have rigged this. The Boundary Commission themselves have played fairly by the rules, but the Tories set the rules and they set them unfairly.
So what's the Labour Party wanting basically to be done with regarding to this?
We want to see a fair redrawing of the boundaries, and what that means is looking at all the people who are on the electoral register now. The boundaries were based on the register, those people who registered to vote at December 2015. Since then, more than 2 million people have added their names to the register. They're not counting in the process. And there are more besides. So we need to have a proper assessment of the numbers of people, where they live, and draw the constituencies accordingly. Not this, which is rigged to give political advantage to the Tories.
But according to the government, this will be saving more than £200 million a year. Do you think this is something that's long due?
Well, the government say they're going to save money by cutting 50 MPs. What they don't say, and what is the truth, is that they're spending a lot more money, many times what they're saving, by creating 200 new members of the House of Lords. Over 200 new members of the House of Lords. Cut 50 elected MPs accountable to people, and then stuff the House of Lords with your friends for more money. Not on.
So what impact do you think this will have on constituents?
It will, for many of my constituents, make life tougher, because already I represent 113,000 people. I get 300 emails a day. I get lots of people phoning, knocking on my door, coming to see me, seeking help. Well, there'll be more of them. It's not a problem for the Tories in some of their rural areas, but for those of us that represent the big city seats, it'll be a challenge.
I understand locally one of the casualties will be Angela Smith. Are you aware of any other person?
I don't think we should talk too much about the boundaries that have been proposed, because they're going to be challenged. I think that they don't make sense in all sorts of ways. So I don't want to talk about the individual issues at this stage.
But do you think with the Labour Party being divided at the minute, that's something that's weaker for you guys, that will make it difficult for you to challenge the government?
Well, every leadership election causes divisions. I tell you, even though they kind of sorted it out internally, the leadership election inside the Conservatives has caused some huge divisions. But our election will be resolved within the next couple of weeks, and then we'll go forward with a very powerful voice, whoever wins.
Well, like you said, with the Conservative, it is inside, it's not outside. But with the Labour one, even yesterday on Question Time, John McDonnell and Alistair, the other MP, they were having a dig at themselves publicly. Do you think that's not something that's doing Labour any good?
I think whenever the political parties wash their dirty linen in public, it doesn't do them any good. But the leadership election is going to be over soon, and then we're focusing on the main job, which is taking the fight to the Conservatives, who are doing so much damage to this country, who don't know where they're going following the vote on the referendum, except that they're breaking all the promises that people would give them, who are tearing themselves apart, and who are forcing through unpopular grammar schools and a selective system for kids at 11 that nobody wants. There's plenty for us to go on that will pull us together.